What if I told you Kenya just created a 5 trillion shilling fund that could decide the next election? This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover why the government pushed this massive bill through parliament in hours, why the opposition is screaming corruption, and what this means for every Kenyan taxpayer. Meet the National Infrastructure Fund Bill, a piece of legislation that promises to build roads, bridges, and power plants faster than ever before. But here's the twist. It also creates a financial vehicle so powerful, critics say it could bypass parliament and buy votes. On Thursday, March 5, 2026, the National Assembly passed the National Infrastructure Fund Bill. It was introduced by Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah and approved after the third reading. It now heads to President William Ruto's desk for his signature to become law. The bill proposes the establishment of a National Infrastructure Fund, or NIF. Its goal: to fast-track key national projects, attract private money, and reduce Kenya's reliance on public debt. Sounds good, right? But here's what nobody's talking about. The passing came just hours after the entire united opposition stood up and said no. They accused the government of creating a slush fund, a financial vehicle designed to operate outside proper oversight. They claim this 5 trillion fund could be misused to influence the 2027 general election. That's right. The next presidential race. One opposition leader put it bluntly: can you trust William Ruto on anything? What we know is that they are creating a fund that will not go through parliament. Think about that. A fund holding 5 trillion shillings? That might not need parliamentary approval for every shilling spent. That's more money than the budgets of several counties combined. And then, something shocking happened. Despite these explosive allegations, the bill sailed through. The government's majority in the House ensured its passage. So what's really in this bill? It aims to support commercially viable infrastructure projects. The idea is to get the private sector to invest so the government doesn't have to borrow as much. On paper, it's a smart move. Kenya's debt is a heavy burden. But here's the part that will blow your mind. The opposition isn't just worried about the money. They're worried about the timing. 2027 is around the corner. A fund of this size, controlled by the executive, could be used to launch mega projects in swing regions. It could mean sudden, massive development in areas just before voters go to the polls. It's a political game changer disguised as an economic policy. This creates a seismic shift in how Kenya funds its future. Some say this is the innovative financing Kenya needs to leap forward. Others see a direct threat to democratic accountability. A fund that could make the presidency even more powerful. But if this fund is so risky, why did so many MPs vote for it? The implications are huge. This isn't just about concrete and steel. It's about power. It's about who controls Kenya's purse strings for the next decade. The tension is clear: accelerated development versus the risk of unchecked executive spending. The law is passed, but the debate is just beginning. One thing is certain: the 2027 election campaign started today, and it might be funded by a 5 trillion shilling war chest. Do you think this fund is a visionary tool for development or a dangerous political weapon? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more breaking news that shapes our nation.